dogs on the floor.
Hey guys, welcome back to Corn Dogs on the Floor, and we're finally doing the first episode of Toby's turn.
And I'm gonna eat my Swedish meatballs and stop being stressed about this recording not working, because it wouldn't work.
Yeah, so we had an issue of... We went to settings the first time and...
These are really good.
Lucky.
And really cold now.
Do you need to go back downstairs and warm it up?
No.
Are you just gonna suffer?
There was one bite that was really cold. There's like that one singular frozen noodle.
The one cold noodle.
Hashtag find his family.
Dun, dun, dun. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But
We
yeah.
might want to actually start playing this as a long game.
Yeah, so this is going to be our very first episode of Toby's Turn. And we're choosing The Walking Dead. Nah, we'll stick with standard.
Yeah. I haven't seen Clementine Young in a long ass time.
Yeah.
For the record, if any of you comment spoilers, Toby will kill you.
Yeah, I have yet to get to Season 3, and I really prefer if you guys were helpful and good community and waited until like after Season 3 is done to comment anything, or at least...
About that season.
Alright.
Because... No, I was saying like to comment about that season.
Yeah.
Because Toby hasn't seen the newest one either.
Yeah, I have seen nothing past Season 2. I've beaten Season 1 maybe 5 times now, and I've beaten Season 2 twice.
Beaten.
Yeah. So, also, we're gonna try to
the graphics difference is insane.
Yeah. But we're gonna try to be quiet during dialogue sections, but no guarantees, guys.
Besides, most of you have probably seen this already.
At this point, you're just watching because you guys love us so much.
Well, I reckon you didn't do it then.
I remember this fucker.
Whoa, okay.
You can just press ignore the tooltip saying mouse buttons.
Yeah, see that.
I don't, but I reckon it's a lot like assuming.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what they say about
I've
assuming?
driven a bunch of fellas
That's an ass out of you and me.
How many? Usually it's about now.
I'm
I get
very
there, I
tired.
didn't do it.
I can tell.
I want to eat my meatballs.
And what do you say?
I say, yep.
I found his family.
The rest of the cold noodles.
Yeah.
Does it at least taste good?
Yeah. Still doesn't help the fact that I have a mouth of warm noodles and then that one freezing fucking cold noodle. I thought for a second his monitor there was our audio capture.
It does look kind of the same.
It looks very, very close.
You're from Macon then.
Yep. Came up to Atlanta to be a city cop in the 70s.
Isn't Macon a small town in Georgia?
Yeah, I've actually driven through it.
Then how has he not met this cop before?
It's not like super small, but it's not like gigantic.
A real shame.
It's maybe a little bit bigger than our town.
Hell, whole family used to be
It's pretty small,
regulars
though.
at your folks' drugstore right in downtown.
Compared to what? Like the...
Most other towns.
Good.
Oh, you haven't been out to East Texas then, have you?
Once.
East Texas is pretty...
But that box
It's
never
got
shuts
a
up.
lot of tiny towns. There's a place called Broom City. It's tiny.
I got a nephew up at UGA.
Like, blink and you'll miss
You
it.
teach there long?
Going on a 6
So like Mart.
You meet your wife?
Except you have to slow down in Mart.
Yeah. Dude, Broom City, you're supposed to go like 55.
You want to know how
I
see it?
have gone through there a little bit too quick.
I'm gonna guess 80.
Let's go a little higher.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I have devoured these
Regardless,
things.
could be you just married
Jeez.
the wrong woman.
It took me less than 4 minutes. I always get annoyed when it gives you a dialogue option and it doesn't say anything.
yeah, me too.
I'm like, what was the point then?
Howdy, helicopter.
They are better about that in
The others.
like seasons after season 2 though.
Mhm.
I think they picked up on the fact that people didn't like that.
You'll have to learn to stop worrying about things you can't control.
Then again, it also gives like the
I'm driving this
added
man once. He was
false
the
sense of
worst.
security.
He wouldn't stop going.
You're already
on
looking
about
for
how
it.
he didn't do it.
Yeah, after playing this game, I'm already looking at everything.
Still
I'm
got like
just
another
like,
paragraph of dialogue to go through.
yeah, I think so.
He just
He does.
wailing back there. Says it wasn't him. Crying and snotting all over.
You have to go under an underpass.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there'll be an underpass before you
Then before
see him.
long, he starts kicking.
For those that
the back
don't
of the
know,
seat like-
you'll
like
know
a
very
fussing
soon.
baby on an
I don't get why he
airplane.
clicked off his chatter.
That's
'Cause he didn't wanna
government
listen to it.
property, and I'll be
I thought you were
forced to zap him
supposed to have it on.
Yep.
So he
He
stops,
says that at one point if you
having
choose certain
exhausted all
dialogue
his
options, I think.
He starts
He's
crying
like,
out for his mama.
Hmm?
Mama, it's
Huh?
all
I thought you
a
shushed
big
me. My bad.
No, I didn't
It
say
wasn't
anything.
me.
No, he was. There's. If you look at it a couple times, he's like, or you're like, aren't you supposed to be listening to that? Or doesn't that sound important? That's what he says. And he's like, if you waste all your time listening to that radio, you'll drive yourself mad.
I think he actually believed it himself.
And you will eventually go crazy after a while of listening to a voice just like.
I got another
Yeah.
good one for you. This one's a little bit
This
more
right here.
depressing and a bit more
There it
hilarious
is.
if I do say so.
Fucking drive!
This other time,
Fucking drive, dude!
That was the quickest line I've ever heard him say in that scene.
I think I've clicked on every single dialogue option for that one, except for that one. I think.
I always forget how weird his voice is compared to what I remember.
Who,
And then
Lee's?
yeah, and then I hear it again. I'm like, whoa, it's deeper than I remembered it.
Yeah, Lee has a very beautiful voice, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love the voice actor who plays Lee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure who does it, but that man has a beautiful voice.
I forget, but he's in every Telltale series, I believe. He was in Tales of the Borderlands, if I remember right. He was in The Wolf Among Us. He was in,
The Walking Dead.
obviously. He was in Minecraft Story Mode.
Yeah, I remember Minecraft Story Mode. I didn't get to play the second part of that whole series.
I didn't either.
They have this thing on Netflix. Apparently, you can play the games.
I saw that.
I think when I get home, I'm gonna try that again. Cause like I have it on my list, but like, whoa, okay, touchy.
What the hell did
All
he
right.
have his gun out?
What?
It was like super touchy, like this part right here.
Mm.
It's good for this game, but
Hey, officer!
but
Are you all right?
I have it set to my
I'm still
list.
trapped back here.
You devoured that whole
I'm
tray.
so hungry right now.
How do you think I feel? I'm
And
not
I
able
want
to
like
eat for
15
a while.
more of these.
And you what?
I want like 15 more.
I just want one.
No, you can't have them. I need them.
Yeah, and I can't eat them to begin with. Oh, so a little bit of context, guys.
Drag myself
Finally getting to go to the MEP station, and for anyone who doesn't know, that's basically the way you...
Basically a form of boot camp before boot camp.
No, it is not.
It's basically boot camp, isn't it?
No, you go through, you get medically screened,
What does MEP stand for? I've never known that.
military, something. I don't know, look it up. Military...
Anyways, continue on with what you were saying while I'm doing this.
Okay. But basically, I'm having to cut down on a lot of stuff, and I have to lose weight, so that way I can leave without having to possibly strain a little bit to make it out, or to make it in. Sorry. What is
MEP
it?
stands for Military Entrance Processing Station,
Yeah, that thing.
which is the most complicated word for saying this is where you go in.
Yeah. But basically, you just get medically screened.
They make sure you're not a drug addict.
Yeah, but they'll basically check your blood, they check your urine, they check your hearing, they check your eyesight, they check your body.
They
Basically,
check your sense of smell.
no, but
No,
maybe.
I know they don't.
I mean, they should, because a sense of smell is kind of important.
Yeah, you know, in Metal Gear Solid 3, actually, there's a line of dialogue where they're like, use all your senses, like sight, hearing, smell, and he's like, nope. And then they're like, wait, what? It's like, I can't smell.
What?
Lore-wise, Naked Snake does not have a sense of smell.
Why?
Easy.
He's
He
a
just
snake.
his cuffs off.
You'd figure for a snake he'd
He's
have
not
like,
an actual snake.
it's supposed to be a joke.
But no, he has no sense of smell. That was the Hideo's way of working around the fact that players can't use their sense of smell in the game.
God damn. Officer?
Huh.
It was very clever.
Can I Okay, that's how you trigger it.
Which would mean like all the like clones of him later on in the series would also not have that sense of smell since they're clones. So they fixed that whole issue right there. Until smell-o-vision becomes a thing, which I hope is no time soon, because I do not want to smell the flesh of my enemies burning.
Yeah.
That would put a lot of emphasis on not using Molotovs.
That would probably stop a lot of people from enjoying the game, honestly.
It would be one of those things that if you wanted to do it, it would be like an option you'd have to turn on.
Yeah, like you better... Officer, you okay? Oh shit, man!
Holy shit!
This cracker's crazy!
Back away! Back away! I don't want
I'm
it!
about to say that. Can't because I'm white.
Get
There we
away
go.
from me!
Crap, I forgot I already put it on this side. Come on.
I used to do this scene so many times I knew exactly where to aim the camera to have it right on it. Yeah, just like that. I've done this scene too many times.
Don't make me do this!
I'm the most familiar with the very first episode of The Walking Dead.
I'm pretty good with the...
I'm the least familiar with all of Season 2.
I'm good with the first 3 episodes of Season 2, and then weirdly enough, episode 3 of this season I'm very good with.
3 is the one where they're in the train, isn't it?
Go get someone!
No, that's 4.
There's been a shooting!
If I'm remembering
I
correctly.
think it's 3, they're in the train, and then 4 is when they get off the train. And then they're in that's when they're in
Okay,
What
yeah,
is it
I
called?
looked that way. Okay, 1 is this one, naturally. 2 is when they get to the motel and they're dealing with all
Yeah.
that. 3 is when they get
2
on
is
the
when they go to
train.
the farm.
Yeah, 2 is the farm. 3 is the train. 4 is when they get to the town, and then
What
5
is
is
the town they're going to again? I cannot remember for the life of me. It'll say the name of it.
it's a coastal town. I know that.
Yeah, it'll say the name of it in this episode if you listen to the voicemails.
Yeah, it's either this one or the second one where they talk about it a lot.
I don't know when they talk about it a lot.
Oh no,
but I know
because
the first one they
Clementine's
say it.
parents are
Yeah.
in that place, so
Yeah, that's
they
why they
talk-
went there, more or less.
But yeah, weirdly enough, like episode 3, I'm usually pretty good about.
I blank on a lot of stuff from that one, other than one detail that I'm not going to say.
Is it? Oh yeah,
That's in episode 3, I believe.
yeah it is. It's like right in the middle of it, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
I think it is too, because it's like when you're at the end, you can potentially get in a fight with him.
I'm gonna try to be nice to Kenny in this one. I usually always am.
Kenny's one of those people that responds more to like getting his ass kicked, though.
Yes.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, because in my season 2, the first time my save carried over, or no, first time my save didn't carry over.
I remember
Second
how
time it did.
infamously bad this one controls.
Right here.
Just in general, this episode controls like dog shit.
I mean, to be fair, it was their first shot at it.
Let me rephrase this season, because the episode itself it controls good for what it is. Like, I'm not saying it's bad controls overall, because it's something you can deal with. It's just frustrating because for those who haven't played this game themselves, when you're using a controller especially, when the camera changes angle, your controller sometimes doesn't change with the orientation of the camera. So like you can hold right and be walking backward.
And that was kind of always an issue, like even on Xbox.
It's just because of the engine they use.
I will say this though, I love the art style of this.
Oh, I do too.
I love the.
I'm so used to seeing the latest season though, and then seeing this one, everything looks way worse in this one. The newest one is beautiful.
Is it heavy outlined or?
It is a lot less comic style.
Really?
Yes, it's still there, but it looks a lot more realistic than it did,
Blood everywhere.
which I very much like, honestly. Like, this is a cool art style, no lie about that.
Mm-hmm.
Or no argument there, but I don't know. I prefer the newer ones.
3 new messages.
Plus, they're a lot more interesting in my opinion.
At 5:43 p.m.
Hey, Sandra, this is Diana. We're still
Savannah.
in Savannah. Ed
Okay,
had a little
yeah.
incident with some crazy guy near the hotel, so we had to
Savannah,
get him
Georgia.
back
I
to
knew
the
it started
ER
with an
and have
S.
it checked out. Anyway, he's not feeling well enough to drive
Also,
back
guys, sorry
tonight,
for not
so we're
talking.
staying
I'm
an
just
extra
trying to
day.
let this kind of
Thank
go.
you so much for looking
So
after
you
Clementine,
guys
and
can
I
hear
promise
this
we'll
too.
be back in time before your spring break.
Yeah, this one will probably be a more boosted audio one than the rest, just because, like, the game's usually
Oh my
quiet.
God, finally. I don't know if you tried to
At least
reach
compared to
out.
other
All
ones.
the calls are
Yeah,
getting
just a little
dropped.
bit.
They're not letting us leave and aren't telling
But
us
I'm
anything
actually a
about
very big
Atlanta.
fan of the heavy
Please,
comic style.
Please, just leave
Just
the
'cause,
city
you
And
know-
I am too,
Clementine
but
with you
for
back to
this
Marietta.
particular game, I
gotta get
prefer
back
it
to
in
the
the
hospital.
more realistic look.
Please let me know that you're safe.
It's not like heavily realistic, like it's still comic-y,
51 a.m.
Clementine,
but it looks better overall.
if you can hear
Yeah,
this,
It's like
I can
high
understand.
quality comic.
Yeah, and I can understand that.
911.
This one still gives me the chills hearing this voicemail.
We love you. We love you.
It still gives me goosebumps every time.
It makes me sad.
It makes me sad too.
Like, it doesn't give me goosebumps, but it just makes me a little sad.
It gives me chills because like it just creeps me out a little bit.
Daddy?
Okay, no, you have to do that then, right?
Girl, yeah, you do. Girl, just because I'm black and your daddy black, that don't mean we all look the same. Your daddy did not raise you right. I got some words to say to my brother.
Will you fucking chill?
I had to. Besides,
Uh.
that wasn't like directly racist.
It's, you know,
That's just the voice that was.
it's no more racist than, you know.
Me calling the cop a cracker.
Oh, let's talk about that on this show real quick. So today I made the decision. Hey, I'm gonna jog to my best friend / brother Brandon.
To clarify, no, neither of us called a cop a cracker.
Yeah, I
I was referring to
actually
the one in the game.
I got to, you know, I got the experience of getting cops called on me because, you know, it's like 7 at night and I'm running down the highway in the middle of winter in shorts with no reflector vest and a backpack.
And also the fact that an escaped convict is around Texas somewhere. Probably not Texas anymore, but
Yeah, but
it's been a few weeks.
It's been about a month.
They caught one of
Something.
them, another guy had escaped, and they just kind of assumed that if it was the runner,
You know,
Yeah.
to call on him. But so
just in case.
what happened was the cops came out there
Are you safe?
and, you know, they stopped me and like they ran my, you know,
That's smart.
my driver's license number and everything, and, you know, they're asking me these questions. They're like, hey, you know, why you out here? I'm like, oh, I'm just jogging to my friend's house. Mind you, in Texas, it is not normal to run to people's houses, apparently, especially in our town.
It still stresses me out when you have to tap a button that fast.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oof. I still feel that myself every time I see that too.
Fucking,
Something hit me in the jaw today, honestly.
yeah, we'll talk about that next too. But the cop like stopped me, and he's asking me all these questions.
That's spiked.
Oh god damn! All right, note to self: don't open.
You've seen the memes of the McDonald's Sprite, right?
I don't think so.
It's like when you take that first swig of a McDonald's Sprite, and it's just a picture of somebody. I'll let you finish this first.
She gonna keep moving?
I don't think it's gonna. Oh, I guess not.
Hey,
I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. I haven't tried that.
Man,
I just kept swinging
I'll
until
be
it was
honest,
like,
I
hey,
was a dick once, and I tried to let her die multiple times.
Clementine.
Yes.
I think we all have at one point.
This is one of those things you're like,
Did you kill it?
don't want to admit it, but we all have definitely tried to let her die at least once, just to see if it was
something
possible.
else did. Before me, I think.
I heard her scream 2 nights ago. Maybe one of the
Whoa.
monsters got her.
Okay, I don't.
2 nights ago.
Was it? Yeah.
That's.
The whole outbreak started like a week ago or
been
something, right?
All by yourself through this.
I want my parents
I think
to
it
come
started
home
like a
now.
few days ago.
I think that might be a little while.
Don't
You know.
tell me why or how it's explained if it is. Does it ever explain in the comics how it started?
No. Yeah,
What should we
I'm
do now?
going off of vague remembrance.
We
Look
need
for
to
help.
find help before.
But,
Yeah,
uh,
that only changes one character's lifespan and it doesn't affect anything.
But yeah, so comics, I don't think it ever really explains it. there's like a whole bunch of theories and everything, as there always is.
The most I've seen was in the show, and it's probably in the comics too, where there's that dude in the Center for Disease Control or whatever.
Yeah, the CDC. Also, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched this show, which has been out for like...
Probably should have seen this by now since it was like season 2 or 3.
No, it's season 1 when they went to the CDC. It was like the end of season 1.
No, it wasn't, because season 1 they were still... I think they had just gotten to Herschel's farm or something.
No, that was season 2 when they got to Herschel's.
It was after they got to Herschel's, I think, wasn't it?
When they went to the CDC?
I swear it was.
No, it was the like very end of season 1.
Oh, well. Speaking of Herschel.
Sucks.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the actor. He is actually dead. Like, the real life actor has passed away a couple months ago. R.I.P. Herschel. Hope you got both your legs wherever you are.
And also R.I.P. to the guy that played Herschel, because we can't remember his name.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should leave.
God, a lot of actors have died in the past 10 years. A lot of good actors.
It's just because it's like that generation of actors. Like, most people of that age are just, it's that time. Like, the next generation's just starting, and the last one, the earliest one is just ending, you know?
Meanwhile, Betty White is, at the time of this recording...
I think Betty White is immortal.
Yeah, Betty White and Morgan Freeman are both, like, still kicking, still alive.
They're kicking hard. Jennifer Aniston's kicking real hard.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston's like 50, 55, something like that.
And still hotter than Kim.
We need help.
Are you trying to get out of here?
And again, that's not a challenge.
Those things
Fight
are
me.
all over the damn place. I haven't seen anything.
And
as
she's
gnarly
ugly.
as
I'm
this.
just gonna be honest.
I don't see her as ugly, but I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
look, lady, you're
okay,
trying
yeah,
way too hard.
I don't think she's ugly, but I don't think she's attractive.
You're like trying way too hard at that point to like stay pretty, stay relevant. I'm just like, you need to chill, lady.
And we'll take you and your
Just
daughter
let yourself fade with your husband that has made millions and millions.
Yeah.
You too, but yeah.
Just some guy.
She's one of those people that's famous
guy.
for everybody wanting to be a porn star.
Let's get going.
You know what I mean?
Look, if I'm a porn star,
She's
first, then I'll
labeled
become
as
famous.
she's labeled as one on Pornhub,
Yeah, I know.
and she's up there.
She's like in the top.
And she has not a single video. It's just images.
No, she's got a Ray J's video.
Yeah, but you can't see shit, so you can't even really say anything.
There's like a short time where you can, but it's like, this is not really.
I swear,
All of
she's
those
just one of
images.
those people that's just famous because everybody wants to see her completely in action, so to speak.
Honestly, I don't really know how
But
to feel.
even
about
I am like curious about it, but I'm like, I don't care enough to go looking for it.
that. Like everybody's curious about something, so I don't know.
So like, if I found it, I'd be like, okay, I'll at least look.
Or just some guy.
You know,
As long as
just
it wasn't like a leak thing, 'cause those are the ones I'm like, hey, it can't be real. I don't care if it is.
just throw some fuel on the
it's
fire
the
for the
leaked one.
popularity.
Ooh, I saw that frame rate just then.
Yeesh.
You saw
Whoa.
that? No, I wasn't talking about up there.
Well, it just dropped to 6.
It does that during loading screens. It's not actually 6.
Oh, okay. Because
That's
like,
'cause it does that because in loading screens, there's literally only 6 frames to show in that second.
alright.
So
Okay,
there's
that
no
makes a
reason
lot of
for it to
sense.
record 60 of them when there's only 6.
Oh, okay. So it's just
But no, I was talking about when they ran into the blockade or the barriers. The barriers kind of like fell over slowly.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
It was weird. I think the frame rate dropped when it did that.
Okay. Just hope that didn't mess with the editing.
You know what I really do hope?
What?
Skybound,
Mhm.
who took over for Telltale.
Mhm.
I really hope they make your decisions matter at some point.
Why have they not been really?
Your decisions have never mattered in the end.
You're okay.
In
for-
Telltale,
Yeah.
every decision you make, other than maybe a finger missing,
Breaking down the way thinks his mare's gone lame, but that ain't nothing.
other than that,
I wouldn't have made it.
everything either
Well, I'm glad
like
you
doesn't
told
matter,
me then.
or the game will course correct it anyway.
You brought a
Like when you
yes.
choose Carly or Doug, if you choose one, the other one dies in like a few episodes.
Your boy's a lifesaver.
Glad he could be a help to
It's like when you really think about it, none of your decisions in this game actually matter.
Except for like, hey,
It's just the illusion that they do. They matter in the particular episode, but then
Oh, yeah.
by the next episode, it all course corrects.
that or it's just kind of like,
Which I understand
we'll
why they
forgive
do.
you.
Which, the way Jacksepticeye explained it, and I completely agree with him, and I understand why they do it.
Your leg pretty bad there.
It would double their dialogue work.
Yeah.
And honestly, they were working like super hard to begin with.
Double at minimum.
Oh yeah, at minimum.
At maximum, maybe 360 for all we know. Because like you think about it, the second decision adds up to the third decision. Third decision makes it 5 more. No, let me rephrase.
You were thinking
There's
a
the
little too hard.
There's the 2 decisions you make, right? You pick one or the other.
Right.
The next decision you make could be a different decision you make based on your first decision. So that's 4 more.
Right.
Then it goes to 16.
Right.
And 32, and so on and so forth, and it just keeps multiplying. So they can't make them matter too much, but I wish they would make them matter at least somewhat. Other than like a little graphical difference.
How'd this happen?
I wish it had at least some story impact. I mean, it does at the end of season 2.
You had it before the car accident.
To an extent. But it still course corrects.
I was getting out of Atlanta.
The news has stayed.
That was a little too complicated
That's a mistake.
for a video game.
I don't think it was that
one I got-
complicated. I think you just thought it was.
Well, that I'm focusing on this, and I'm trying to remember like.
Alright, I'll talk a little less because I am talking a lot.
Oh, you're good. Hey, it's good to have conversation. Oh,
Awful nice guy.
now we'll save that for a different episode.
Mine.
Just different topic. Fuck, what were we talking about before?
Welcome to rest there.
Oh, also, I don't like how they named this guy Herschel,
Name, darling.
especially Herschel Green,
Clementine.
because this guy is like
Imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
basically. I think.
I don't like their graphical version of it.
Find her parents.
Yeah, I don't need. Well,
Their
go.
model for him, let me rephrase.
So I'm thinking.
Go
first thing
read the
tomorrow, we gotta
comics
reinforce
with
the
Herschel
fence
in
around
it.
the farm.
He's actually not that
I don't know
different,
what
other
you saw
than
on
like
TV or heard on the
comic
radio.
Herschel's a little
Are
bit
you
bigger,
serious?
like width-wise, and a little bit more
I don't think anyone
height-wise.
knows how big it is yet.
Well, I mean, he was bigger in the show. I like that version more, and this one's a dick.
So we're pretty far
Yeah,
from
this
the
Herschel's kind of a
Seems
well,
like that's
even
what's
comic
the
book
worst.
Herschel at the beginning was kind of a dick.
It wasn't a show too now that I think about it.
Here, Sean.
Yeah, at the beginning he was.
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what I
a
mean.
dick.
He's a dick to everybody at the
Come
beginning.
on, tell him what you saw.
I'm not
going to
make the comment I was.
What?
I was gonna say that could go for everybody in the South.
I got chased by a couple of
That could
dicks.
go for anybody in the world.
Well, do what you think you should. We got plenty of chores as it is.
I think he's just a
Me
little
and
bit
those
of an
folks in the barn can
over
help out in the morning.
amount of
We
a
gotta
dick
do
in
it.
the game,
Really.
though.
Oh,
But it might just be
okay.
because he got no screen time.
Well, I'm all done.
So, like, he didn't have any
Start to feel
chance
better
to
tomorrow.
character develop.
His kids survive for like a total of like an hour max if you're like
I also
slowly
always-
crawling.
I always forget Beth, honestly.
They'll
Beth.
probably
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah,
shoot
Beth.
you.
And then, because, like, he's check on your sisters, and I'm
We'll
like,
clean
wait,
it,
plural?
redress it, and you'll be fine.
Because
Is
I'm always
he?
thinking just Maggie.
Okay, that'd be
I don't think Beth is in the comics.
There's blankets and such. in
She's
the
not?
barn.
I
We'll
don't
be seeing you
think
bright
she
and
is.
early.
If she is, she's not in there for very long.
She's in this and in the show, so I would assume she
I
was.
suppose.
There's a lot of
Or
people
she-
in this show that aren't in the comics,
That's true.
and that's a very good thing.
There's
too.
actually I think there's a character in this game that's actually in the show, but it's like very minute.
Glenn.
No,
Oh.
no.
No, well, Glenn's in here.
No,
And
I mean in the
the
show the character's minute. I
Oh.
think it's Ben. Season 2? No, season 1.
Manure? Like when a horse.
Yeah, it's season 1
hops?
towards the end.
Just like that.
He's the one that came with. It's episode 2 actually.
What's up?
He's in episode 2.
My mom.
This or
Yeah, episode 2 of season 1.
I bet.
Ben.
He's the one with the
Savannah?
blonde hair, and he comes from the college or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, is
and
he in the
he's,
show?
he's one of the. I don't know for sure he's the same character, but he's dressed very similar and looks very similar. And he's just there for like 5 minutes.
Is he part of the Saviors or?
No, he's way earlier. I think he was just part of the. I think he was part of the governor's group.
Huh.
I don't think it's the same character, but he had the same name. He looked similar, so I was like, wait a minute, because his name was definitely Ben.
All right.
But yeah,
I'm
he
not-
shows up in episode 2 with the
Hey,
guy that gets his foot stuck in the bear trap.
I'm itchy.
Yeah, because it's him, his teacher,
Yeah,
and
because you
his
try to
friend.
save him. That's when you find out
You don't
that
have
everybody
spiders in your
turns
hair.
regardless of how they die.
I
Yeah.
bet your daddy
Again,
scared
spoiler
them away,
alerts.
huh?
Honestly, you should know this by
Yeah,
now.
if you haven't
I'm
had the
kidding.
chance to
Once it gets to
watch-
season 3, I'll shut up.
Done everything.
I hate you.
You better get
I don't know. I
going.
love Doug.
I can't stand him.
I
He's so
love
annoying.
Doug.
That's my boy, Ken Jr.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Monster Kid.
Fuck it.
Where do parents name their kids Duck?
We're from Fort Lauderdale.
You
We're
know
on
where
our
I'm
way
putting
back
it.
before things up
Wait,
and
what?
Bananas.
Putting that sound effect in here.
Yes.
You know where it goes too, don't you?
Just a little bit.
When they
Well,
get to
Macon's on the
making.
way.
Yeah, I know.
Personally, I'd appreciate the company of a guy who can knock a couple of heads together if he has to.
You evil, evil genius. But,
I'll see what the girl
okay.
like.
I love Kenny.
Gotta
I
consult
do
the
too.
missus.
And I feel bad for my decision in
Doug,
season
this is
2.
Lee.
Especially after I told
What's the
you.
girl's name?
Yeah,
Clementine.
I didn't
Clementine.
plan on.
Because you're like, just go for it. And I was like, you're gonna hate hearing this.
Thanks.
Well, we should get to work.
I won't say what
I've seen
happens
those
there.
things can
Yeah,
do out
we'll
there, so the
show you
faster we
guys
get the stents
later.
up, the better.
Maybe.
Actually, we'll show you the flip side of what I
Yeah?
did.
Well, I need a good foreman. You can sit on the tractor and yell at me whenever I take a water break.
That is what foremen do,
Yeah,
Cool.
that is what they are paid to do.
basically.
To make sure you work.
Even if you're gonna die.
Keep an eye on your little girl here on the porch.
Not
Can do it.
roughly not that much, but
I don't like her very much, honestly.
Cat.
Katja, yeah.
I always just called her Cat.
I think
That's
most
okay.
people do.
It was
I
just
just say
something
I like
with
to say
girls.
people's full names. I have trouble with nicknames for some reason. Like I can't. It takes me a long time before I start calling somebody by a nickname. I don't know why. I'm just that way.
See, I'm usually the same way, but like in certain cases, it's like okay, you know, I can easily do that.
Like with Jason, I didn't call him man until way later.
Yeah. And like Monty
But even then,
or Montgomery, I didn't call him Monty until well, actually,
I always called him Monty.
didn't I introduce him to you like that as Monty or Montgomery?
I think you said Monty, but you started saying Montgomery somewhere in between.
Anybody in their right
And then I pieced together to the same person, whatever.
barbecues,
It wasn't that
games,
hard.
good friends.
But
All of those things.
yeah, you introduced me
Those are
to
the
me
things
to
we look
him,
for, right?
you know what I mean,
Those girls,
Yeah.
as Monty, and I just always called him Monty.
You two actually look relaxed.
It's weird
I
for the
think we're
fact
doing
that
just
we all
fine.
live in like
Clever.
If somebody
Everybody's
tells me what they
telling you about
prefer,
first grade.
then I can change it very easily.
yeah.
It's just like when I don't know, I'm just like,
It's
I'll just call them
easy.
by their regular name until it becomes apparent that we're at that point where I'm like, I'll call you by your nickname.
Anyway.
Honestly,
it's
I've never
almost
really
like we
had
didn't see
one that
people eating
stuck
each other
because
for
I've
the
had
past 2
like
days.
Forge,
What about
Meta,
Tobolina?
T, I'll kill you.
I could say the other one.
What
Please
do you
don't.
do when corpses aren't walking
I
around?
will
I'm
absolutely
a
stab you.
veterinarian back
Please
in
don't.
Fort Lauderdale. Like Herschel here, except more with dogs.
Totally thought I was gonna say it.
Not. What is it that you believe?
My secret
I
nickname.
used to teach up at the University of Georgia.
We need to hope that we can go back to our
I'm trying to remember where they're even at in the later seasons of this game, like location-wise.
Oh, don't even ask me.
I'm not asking you, you don't know.
No,
I'm trying to remember where they moved to about.
I was let go.
I don't know if it's even said where they are at that point.
Way
I hear
like
people
in the later
always
seasons.
clamor back to
Like in the
college
later
after a
seasons of
big
this game.
disaster.
Like the last 2 seasons, I don't think it's even really stated.
Back in a bit.
No, wait, yeah, it
Okay.
is. In season 3 it is. Season 4 I don't know. Like not off the top of my head. Final season I should
You
say.
having a nice time with Katya Clementine?
Catcha.
Yeah.
Also, we're not playing Michonne. I refuse.
Yeah, I don't.
It was the most boring
the
one
most
I've ever
reliable
played.
Honestly,
Pick up
I'd
in
probably
the
play it
world,
off
but it
camera
gets the
just so
job
I can
done.
say, hey, I've played all the
I
Walking
think
Dead
it's
games.
what contributed to Telltale going under. What does his license plate say? Is it just random letters?
GH.
That's a 6, I think?
Well, that's not gonna help me with the case.
That is
yeah,
a
that's
six.
a 6. 6H.
Okay, no, it's just random.
3.
I thought it said something else.
Hoping it would be an Easter egg.
Kenny,
Yeah, a little bit.
Can
need
you
any
help?
help?
There's a lot of
No,
Easter eggs in
I
that
think I
game,
got
State of Decay.
Do you need any help?
State of Decay is a
do you
very
mean?
fun game when you
I
get
mean,
past
in taking care
all
of that
the
little girl.
issues of it.
You know what you're doing? You got
It's a
kids
fun
of your own.
game for a few hours, and then you've done everything, basically.
Nah,
Yeah, after that,
It's a
you're
very
just-
short-lived
I liked
game.
one then.
Have you played the second one?
you know.
I did not.
It's a
From what you
little
told
bit
me,
better.
it doesn't improve
How's
enough.
your son doing?
Yeah, like it improves, but not enough for me to want to
Gotcha's
play
got
the
a sister
whole
up in
thing.
Vegas.
I wouldn't want to pay
We're
for
coming
it
back from visiting
to play
her.
it. If I had
Gas station.
if I got it for free, I'd play it. But like, I'm not gonna spend the money on it if I don't think it's worth it.
I was on
Yeah,
that
and
fucker in
honestly,
about 2
like,
seconds.
I forget Kenny's a fisherman.
Just lucky
or
I
was.
there. We saw a lot of bodies.
you
before
never
we
stop
stumbled
being a
upon
fisherman. You
Herschel's.
just do less of it.
We're a tough
I've heard
family,
that.
Lee. Ain't
I've
nothing-
never
I-
have.
I always-
just said it off the top
I've
of my
heard
head.
very similar things.
Yeah.
I always forget that he's a commercial fisherman, though.
So what's your family's plan?
What's the weirdest career?
I just now saw what his company name was.
What is it?
Kicks Bass.
The National Guard will do its thing. On the odd chance things got too bad,
That's awesome.
hop on my boat.
I saw it on his shirt just and I was like, see?
Kicks
I'm a
Bass.
commercial fisherman.
That's
Catching
funny.
mackerel,
That
dolphin,
is
whatever's
nice.
biting and paying.
That is really
Gotcha
good.
wouldn't be wild about it, but
Guarantee his
boat's not
company
that
never
bad.
went under until the boat sank.
I was gonna say that, damn it. Until the pier shop sank.
We're drowning! Okay.
I just remember how peaceful it was in this time.
For the next 15 seconds. Can you talk to Herschel right
Yes.
now? Where is he? He's in the barn, right?
Well, maybe you can't. I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I don't know.
Forget how clippy this is sometimes. Like, you'll get caught on the most
Yeah.
random things.
They do fix a lot of that later on, and I think they updated the engine, or at least fixed all the bugs with it in the last season once Skybound took over.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jacksepticeye himself said the game runs way better. Like, they fixed a lot of the clunkiness with it.
What came first, this or The Wolf Among Us?
Wolf Among Us was after this.
Was it?
I think it was after season 2.
How you
Okay.
doing, Doug?
Yeah, it was, because that was when Clementine's voice actor was old enough to do a voice for that frog in The Wolf Among Us.
With your back, Sean.
The kid?
The kid frog.
You know how to drive it?
I don't.
Here you go. I can give you a hell of a critique.
Mr.
of the US
Toad's
Farm
son.
Bureau.
I'm good.
Yeah. And, like, if you beat up Mr. Toad, the
Yeah,
kid will
it's-
come out and see it.
Sean's still
And
working
it'll
on
be
that
terrified of you from then on.
Hey, Lee.
Honestly, I try to be nice
I
to
love
the
that
kids
game.
in games. What,
Hey,
Lee
man.
or Sean?
The
That'd be
game.
great. If you could cut those
Wolf
two
Among
guys
Us.
to length,
Oh.
it'd sure speed things up.
It's a very fun game.
I love that game, and my favorite thing was the end. Where you fully transform and kick Bloody Mary's
yeah.
fucking bloody ass. Bloody Mary's a creepy character
I saw a
in
guy
everything
that
she's
kill a
in.
kid.
Supernatural.
Supernatural, I
Every
was about to
scary
shit
movie
myself.
ever. You gotta do
One
what
of
you
my
gotta
favorite
do.
things with Supernatural is
Like put a gun to that kid's
when they
head,
encounter
pull
like the
trigger, fuck
urban
that.
legends, because there are no rules behind them.
He just turned,
There are,
put the barrel of the gun
but
right
there's no
between the
set
kid's
rules
eyes.
like
Like-
there are with ghosts,
Trigger.
demons,
You don't see things like
and
that.
what was
It's not
monsters.
like in the movies.
Yeah, just
Monsters,
in
it's
general.
usually cut off their head or bury them or staple them down.
Have to do it.
Not staple, but
Do what?
Kill.
Oh.
Hand off one yet?
Toby's phone restarted again. He's been dealing with that all day.
Sometimes.
But
Don't ever get a blue.
Be careful.
BLU.
But
It's
one
the
of my
worst
favorite-
brand
I
ever.
could see
like
that.
ghosts, you salt
I'm
them.
just glad we're
Demons,
getting this fence built.
holy
Dad just wants to
water,
keep the family
Holy
safe.
water,
and,
iron, right?
and then
Is
demon
it-
trap.
Yeah, demon trap.
Whatever's out there.
Iron is ghosts.
Yeah, iron is ghost.
How about yours? How's
And
your
then with
family?
creatures, it just varies by creature, but they all have their own rules. But when it comes to the urban legends, there are no known rules. Because nobody's encountered them
I
before.
hope
Because,
so,
like,
too.
BM.
Bloody Mary, they didn't know
Not
how
too
to
bad
deal with
there.
her.
So they just broke all the mirrors. That's probably why they have such bad luck.
Probably all I need cut for now. Thanks.
Yeah, there's a meme about that. There was like, has decent luck up until this point. Breaks 757 mirrors.
No problem, Lee. Couldn't leave you behind.
Also, for anyone who hasn't watched it, Supernatural is a very good
To
show.
be fair, they're very lucky. They get revived every 5 minutes.
Yeah. But I would absolutely recommend that
Okay,
you
now
go
you
and
can
watch
talk
the
to
show.
Herschel.
Is a
And
very
I think
well
that's
written
what
show.
triggers the next part of the game.
Yeah, when the next part.
Look how there's just a door in the middle of the wall. Like they just had a spare door laying around.
Oh yeah, you know, every once in a while we're like, I don't like the color
Does
of this
Herschel
door.
still have any livestock at this point?
I don't think he does. I hear birds.
I remember in the
but
show he
those
still
are-
had one cow.
Yeah.
He had the one cow and it ended up dying from
Something.
it got eaten.
How'd you get
Alive.
into that land?
Eat more chicken, I
I
said.
got a ride and then I was in a wreck. I walked until your boy found me.
Well,
I can never get myself to lie to him.
where?
Who, Herschel?
Yeah.
Oh, did I just lie to him?
Nice plot of
No.
land.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I never can get myself to lie to him because then he always calls you out on it,
Full of crap.
and
Never
he's
was a plan. Having a
and
place
he's like
this.
very just
It
you
was
can't
a-
lie to him. He's an old man.
So was I. Family's important.
What's the point? What's he gonna do at this point with it?
Agree with
Yeah, he
Granted,
literally
he has a
does-
pitchfork in his hand and he threateningly throws it down if you lie at him.
Why?
Lie to him?
Yeah, I know.
My
The
parents
parents
are
in
in
Macon.
Macon.
But honestly, like, there's really no point because he doesn't make it out of this episode.
But now
I know,
you've got
but I
this
still
little
feel
girl
bad
to
if I
take
lied
care
to him
of.
for some reason.
Clementine, is it? You just stumbled up on her?
Durchflut.
I still couldn't believe I never said that to you before.
I was being attacked and she came to my rescue.
Honestly, I'd never heard it until that day, so.
I can't believe I never said it before that.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Uh-oh. Did it piss him off?
I don't think so.
Sure.
I don't know who you are or what you did. Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're gonna have to depend on the honesty of strangers if you're gonna make it. And if those same people get to questioning yours, you're gonna be in trouble.
That's just a general bit of advice he
At least
gives
you
you.
have the common sense to listen to a man giving you advice.
I don't think you lied to me.
Okay, I don't think
Also, I
did
still
either.
don't know why Duck's dumbass started the tractor to begin with.
I want to know how he did. Because I don't remember
He had
seeing...
to have done it on purpose.
Because I don't remember seeing the keys.
The keys would have been probably left in it, because a lot of people do that in the country.
Also, why did nobody's... Jeez, Duck!
I don't know how he fucked up that bad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna save Duck.
I also don't know if the walkers showed up first, or if they just really ran very quickly.
Well, they don't run.
Yeah, the only reason I even do that is because Kenny gives you shit for it throughout the whole series if you don't.
And honestly, I really don't feel like dealing with him.
I just like to be on Kenny's good side overall. Because he'll even give Clementine some shit if you don't. And I'm like, dude, she didn't do shit.
I am trying to help you, Sean, but you don't make it out of here, buddy.
Hit him right on the ass. I know it was the back of his leg, but...
Yeah, close enough. It's the lowest part of the butt.
Took you long enough to shoot. Let's just be honest there.
Yeah, you could have absolutely ran a little bit quicker and you could have saved your son.
And I mean... Could have just amputated his head and he would have stayed alive.
This is not Futurama.
I know.
We do not run off that
This
science.
isn't Walt Disney.
This is Disney magic right here. What kind of evil is this? He's stealing all the joy out of the planet. This is Disney evil. That's from TFS, by the way.
TFS?
Team 4 Star. It's basically Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah.
It is such a very... It is a very well-made series, and anyone who's a fan of Dragon Ball Z absolutely should go watch that series.
I was kind of sad that in the show Sean was already dead.
Get out and never come back.
Because I wanted to see more of Sean's character.
Sean.
The one that just died.
I know, but I'm talking about...
He's not in the show.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's dead already by the time you get there. It's just Herschel, Beth, and Maggie.
Yeah, Herschel, Beth, Maggie, Otis.
Got that ride to make it if you want.
Was Otis with them?
In the show?
I mean at Herschel's farm already. Because I thought they just encountered Herschel at one point. I think they like found him in a bar or something. Like getting drinks.
No.
No, he drinks after.
Yeah.
I remember now.
See, it doesn't help that I'm having to switch between the show, the comics, and the game.
I cried when Beth died.
This is as far as we're
Yeah,
going.
I think a lot of people did. A lot of people were outraged.
I loved Beth.
Did you see like all the
I felt
backlash?
so bad for her in general. She had such a shitty life.
Yeah.
She was like just growing up too.
She was like what, 17?
Yeah, I think so. Like
she
when
was
it started.
not that old. But
And I just like people like
yeah,
like it really something I feel for because I've been there.
yeah.
Hey there.
But
You friendly?
no, did you see all the
Truck's
backlash
running
that
out of
happened when?
I remember the backlash when they teased Daryl being tied up. They threatened to riot AMC Studios if they killed him off that early.
Yeah, we talked about that before, haven't we?
They threatened to riot. Yeah, you and me and Montgomery talked about it
In a parking lot.
in the dollar store parking lot.
Hey, Glenn.
You're only here for about 10 minutes, but hey.
You're here until I decide, hey, we need to end this episode.
Hey, they're talking about flu shots. Ties in nicely with our conversation off camera.
Get vaccinated, people. Or don't. Just remember this. Don't give me hepatitis, or the measles, or tuberculosis,
Give him AIDS instead.
or anything.
At least he had a good time getting them.
I don't know. I don't ever want a disease that eats away at me.
I wouldn't either. I don't think most people do. If you do, you are one hell of a masochist.
I don't want to become a bug catcher either.
I like how Snacks was right above Kenny's head. And it like panned over and like put Lee underneath it. She was like, these are some snacks right here. Do you like white chocolate or chocolate?
Then just go.
Do you want white chocolate or chocolate?
They've got kids, Lily.
Also, still going on the snacks.
I fucking hate her.
Foreshadowing.
Fucking hate her.
You have to control these people.
Carly and Glenn just ran out.
Hate her so much.
I don't give a flying fuck. We're in a war zone.
She's not wrong. They took a risk.
Yes, we did.
And we appreciate it. Let's settle down.
I'm trying to focus on like everything. I'm just like, ah.
I also hate him.
He wasn't bitten.
Yeah, I really hate him. What's his name again?
Larry.
Yeah, I hate Larry.
I like how his text is like evil red too. It's like the most evil red color they could have picked for his dialogue. I also love that they have different colored dialogues for every character.
We've already seen this happen.
At least every main one.
And we all end up bitten. Shut up.
I understand his logic though.
I get his logic. Like, he's not wrong in his mindset. He just should
The
have
way he
waited a little
handled
bit
it
more.
was terrible.
Yeah.
It's just a boy. It's...
Lily, I'll handle it.
If I say kick his ass,
I think you're telling Kenny to kick his ass.
Down. We'll get this kid out of here.
kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
shut the fuck out.
I always take Kenny's side.
Shut up, Lily.
We all know, because we already know how this is gonna end. Honestly, the first time I did this, I was kind of a jerk.
He dies in episode 2, doesn't he?
3. No,
No, because it's still at the farm. Yeah, he dies at the farm. It's episode 2.
That's how you turn.
Yeah, it's either the end of episode 2. Yeah, it's episode 2.
It's near the end of it, yeah.
It's like 30 minutes away.
After he flirts with old lady,
Crazy bitch.
It's a big deal.
yeah, old lady crazy bitch.
This is his son.
I had a name of a celebrity in my head that she reminds me of. Paula Dean.
Paula Dean.
She just reminds me of her. She's the one that got in trouble for saying the N-word, I think.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't she the one that, like, was really good with cooking?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so...
Which fits in with the character we're talking about.
Yeah, because she's kind of racist, too.
Yeah?
I don't remember that, but...
Yeah. But, have you seen,
And then, when she got off, like all her charges were dropped, she had Snoop Dogg cook with her. And it's like, well, you chose the best person possible to fix your reputation.
Oh, yeah. But do you know who...
The chillest black dude on the planet.
Do you know who Cat Williams is?
I think I've heard the name
He
before.
used to be like a super big comedian.
Ow.
You alright?
It fell right on my wrist.
What, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Still hurt from the workout this morning?
Where I'm bruised at, yeah.
Sorry about that, brother.
Yeah, that was you. I don't know how you bruised it, but...
Hit him, Kenny.
Knock this guy out.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Nighttime.
To be fair, Larry is a fucking mammoth.
Yeah, that is a very strong, very big old man. But Minty.
He's ex-military.
Is he?
Yeah.
I know his daughter is.
I think he got discharged because of his heart problems. Which, none of these are major spoilers because you'll find out about it within like 2 episodes.
Yeah, literally, like, in less than maybe like 12 hours of your guys' life, you will already know the answers to this.
And if you don't already, like, that's your fault.
Yeah, if you're just watching us because you want to support us and you've already played it, thank you. So you already know what's going on. But for the people who haven't, you know...
Sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah, sorry for...
You should have watched a much older video.
Or played it.
Yeah.
This game is like, what, $10 on Steam now? Something like that?
Yeah, it's cheap, I know that. It was cheap to begin with.
Was it?
It's like $5 an episode. And then once all of them were released, the first one was free.
Yeah, because that's how I picked most of mine up.
I don't know.
Gosh, what game did I pick up? Oh, I think I picked up Tales from the Borderlands when it first came out. And I picked up like every episode like the day they came out. I'm turning! Don't kill me.
Told him to calm down.
I did try to get him to calm down.
Can it, asshole?
Oh, kiss my ass.
I wasn't telling you to say it, but I don't care.
Nitroglycerin pills? Yes, we're out. We've been trying to get into the pharmacy.
Oh yeah, she's a vet. I forgot.
Please
Yeah, she. Oh no, Katja is a vet, right?
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I thought you meant like military vet, and I was like, okay. It's really
I mean, she practically was when she's been raised by that asshole.
How do you know that's an
Yeah,
office?
wasn't she like in the Air Force or something?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, they talk about it in the show. Or
Totally
in this
forgot
game.
about that.
Sorry.
Please get
See,
in
it's
there.
those little
I'll keep an eye
details
on
that
my
you
dad.
kind of
And I
remember.
hate her
And look for anything useful.
with a burning passion.
Like, I get her reasoning behind everything, but still, like, chill, lady.
Fort
You know,
Knox.
half of it.
You're dealing with humans,
Much gas as possible.
not
so we can all get out
animals,
of downtown Naples.
not people.
To be
who-
fair, in The Walking Dead, people are almost worse than animals.
There's a motel. Not too
No,
far.
not almost. They are.
Towards the end of Peach
To
Street.
quote
I'll work
the
my way
beautiful
towards
Rick
it,
Grimes,
then
it's not the
loop
dead you have to
back.
worry about, it's the living. Or it's not the dead you
Yeah.
have to worry about, it's the living. Yeah.
It's people. I think is his line.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Well, it's gotta
That
get
show is
done.
very cool.
I think it's both.
I'm quick, and I know
I think he said both before.
Yeah.
I like how this just lingers right here
If you're
now.
gonna do that,
Now that this
here's
is
a
over here.
walkie-talkie if you
It's
get
like once he hits that
it.
laptop, it goes whoosh.
Because of the
The
vents
heat.
and everything.
Cool.
Because the heat makes it go up.
Yeah.
Check in with
Talking
me
about
and get back
vapor,
here as soon
by
as
the
you
way.
can.
And you?
Yeah, the
What's your
smoke
name?
that
It's
comes
Lil.
off of
My
e-cig and
dad's
everything.
name.
Keep a good eye on them. These boys will work on getting you your
I
medicine.
need to get a new flavor. I
That's
can't
right.
taste this very
you,
much.
you keep an eye on that front door. You're our lookout.
Yeah, you're supposed to get like 2 or 3
Doug.
flavors and
Got it.
alternate between them.
And I'm Carly.
Because I can't
Okay,
taste this
Carly,
hardly at
you'll
all now.
shift in
It
with
just
Doug
like,
when he needs it.
especially once it
Now,
gets
get
low,
some
it's just
rest.
like really
Good
cold air
shots.
at that point.
I'd like to keep it that way.
Not
got it,
really
boss.
cold, but it's like cooler
Now
air.
get in
Yeah,
those pills.
because you're getting a lot more air through it all. So,
Yeah.
which usually helps you give off a little bit of smoke. Most
It
of the
irritates me like feeling these though.
Central High takes
Because it's all slimy and gross, and I'm
time.
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's one thing that's
It's
not
that
a
one
fun
texture
thing.
I don't like. Because it's just barely slimy to the point nothing slips,
Shot.
but it's still irritating to
Well, you
feel.
don't fuck with a
Oh,
reporter.
imagine
especially
getting
one
it
that's
all over
3
your
days out
hands,
from her last
and
cup
like
of
you have no
coffee.
way of really getting it off.
You seem to handle
I had
yourself
that
pretty
happen
well.
once,
Really?
where I got
A
it all over
disaster.
my hands.
What's
and
the? I think she soaked my coil
My
too
news
much when
editor
she
was
filled
even
it.
about
She
5
did?
feet away
I think
from
so.
me.
Yeah,
'cause,
she
like,
may have
it-
put a little
Would've
bit too
joined her if
much.
it wasn't for
I
the
think I did the
dorky
same thing
guy
when I
on watch
refilled
over
it
there.
because it's hard to gauge it.
I'm
But
sorry.
She
like
was
when
an
I pulled it
asshole,
off, it was
but,
just leaking
you know.
out the bottom, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it keeps doing that, just take it to the shop.
Well, it wasn't leaking. I think it was just there from when they filled it,
Can you believe it?
and it just never
Those
dried up
creeps or
perfectly.
ghouls
Corn dogs
or
on the
whatever
floor.
the hell they
Relationship
are. They were
advice,
pulling a
Walking
hand
Dead
apart, and
advice.
that
When did
guy
we
Fake
talk about
advice.
relationship
came to the
advice?
rescue.
You can
There's a good chance we've talked about it at one point or another. Oh, there was one episode
kinda
where we were
cute.
like, if you came here for
Parents'
relationship
basements.
advice,
Then
you
you're
need to
fucking
rethink your
stupid.
life.
Nothing.
You need to rethink your whole relationship status.
around with there.
We're both 19-year-old kids. Do you really think we know what we're talking about?
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I turned 19 in
2
less
days.
than 48 hours.
Yeah.
I am old.
I'm older. That's the scary part. I almost shit bricks when I found out I was older than Chandler by a
You
month.
know that there are no batteries in that.
Even though Chandler,
Yeah, of
we
course.
lovingly refer to Chandler
You try
as
to
old
find
man.
some. Needs to.
Thanks.
Old man,
I wouldn't
creaky
even really
bones.
know what to look
I just
for.
call him old man.
I do too, but yeah. Actually, I just call him Chandler most of the time. But
Yeah, I either call him old man, Chandler, or
I know every time you get into an argument with him, you're like, "Shut the fuck up, old man."
Shut up, old man.
You do that with your dad too, though.
Anyone who is just a tad bit older than me or acts very old, I'm like, shut up, old man.
You act like a fucking child when you want a pretzel at Subway, though.
Not right now.
Because they're good.
I was like, I'm trying to save money, and you're like, it's just a pretzel. It was
Look.
like you were like a 6-year-old kid who wants a lollipop.
I love pretzels.
Your pretzels are more expensive than a lollipop. I would have bought you a 50-cent lollipop.
Yeah, but I didn't want a lollipop. I wanted a warm pretzel.
Yep, you're a kid.
I don't want. And I don't want 5 or. But I don't want 6 pancakes. I want 12 of them.
I love that video.
I know.
It's waffles.
Is it?
Yeah, it's waffles.
Yeah, it's a.
I don't want any waffles. I want 12. I want 12 of them.
Finally, somebody else who knows who that is. Jeffrey.
But if I give you all the waffles, then I won't get any.
Jeffrey, you're not gonna get all the. We're not gonna take all the waffles. You're still gonna have 8 of them.
I don't want 8. I want 12 of them.
Have you seen Cornfields?
No.
Or Egba?
There were worse
It's
plans.
so stupid.
Tourette's versus eggs, though.
That was a.
I don't know whether to feel terrible or just laugh my ass off. She was enjoying. She was like taking a stride and like making fun of it herself.
Yeah,
too,
she
though.
was
So
enjoying the
I was
video.
like, okay, it's okay to laugh then.
I've started to make myself to where I'm more or less a stage person now. I try so hard to not laugh at anything.
I've noticed, and it kind of irritates me a small bit.
But
I'm
when
like,
I
have
do
some
laugh-
joy for like 5 seconds.
But
Quit
when
being
I
emo.
do laugh, it makes me so happy because I'm just like, yes.
Release. It's like when you edge a little too long.
When you what?
Edge.
What the fuck does that mean?
Just a little girl, Ken.
What are you saying, Lee? She
This is how I know I've been on porno too much.
What the hell is Edge?
It's where you get right to the point before and then stop. And you
Oh,
keep doing
buffering.
Tight, I suppose.
Basically.
Seems pretty dangerous out there.
And you just keep.
There's a lot. Wait for things to
Delaying
clear
the
up.
inevitable.
I'm not saying what it's called, but the try not to challenges.
Oh, the try not to nut challenges?
Basically that, yeah.
I've seen a couple of those.
There's certain stages, like if you get to like level 2 and it starts adding edging, and I'm like, ah!
No!
Because that like gets you to that point where you're like, okay, this is gonna suck trying to resist.
No,
It does pay off pretty well though.
have I ever told you about like,
Well, I guess we got to the relationship advice section.
and you call it relationship advice section, I call it becoming a skeet shooter with your skeet shooter.
We didn't even try to save
I call it target practice.
That blood is on our hands, you know?
It happened pretty fast.
And for the 2 centers of the target, if you know what I mean. Just make sure you don't aim too low.
He killed that boy.
Don't be a dummy, come on her tummy.
We did what we could.
I always feel dirty saying that word.
What?
Don't try to make me say it.
What, come?
Yes.
It's just a thing we do.
I know, I just...
Hey, do you mind if I come to your house?
Shut up. I knew you were gonna do that.
Come on, let's go out.
But I don't want to come with you.
Let it go.
Come.
Don't touch my crotch.
That was your pillow.
Which my crotch is underneath.
That is your crotch pillow. You'll be
Indirect
okay.
crotch still. That's crotch touching. I don't know whether to call this episode Old Lady McBitch or Crotchel.
Cold Noodles.
There's a lot of episode title material in this.
Cold Noodle!
I guess it depends on which one I pay attention to in editing. Don't. Let him starve. Yes.
Yeah, thought about it.
Try to get some
Gotta get some brownie points, or some chocolate bar points anyway.
Oh, thanks, Lee.
Clementine's not gonna kill me in season 2. I mean, who is?
What?
I don't know. I'm tired.
That was very confusing.
Yeah, I know.
Why did I think it said ice cream meanest?
Ice cream memes. That would have been a lot better.
I thought it said meanest. And I realized it's menus. I'm an idiot. Is meanest an actual thing?
Nobody got a chance to donate anything
Meanest?
before the
Yeah.
fall went down.
I highly doubt it unless it's a mean penis.
Ah, use me. Right me.
Slap me around a little.
And it's a place
I like something that fights back.
Fucking helicopter me.
I'm gonna take guesses. You're laughing at yours, not mine.
I'm laughing at both of them.
Okay. My rafflecopter goes swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Rafflecopter?
You've never seen that?
I've never heard of that.
That's like a 2009 meme.
That's why.
I think so.
I'll show it to you when we get done with this in like 2 minutes.
Can I
Oh.
get you anything?
Well, we gotta split it up
I'm
into an
okay.
hour episode.
Maybe I'm a little
Okay.
hungry.
I'll see about that.
We'll just finish off this episode like in the next hour.
Alright.
Are
Because
you
like this is like a
okay?
2-hour long episode.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and then if it goes over a little bit, it should finish off before too
That's
long.
good.
Alright.
Yeah, I think
Hair
so.
needs. What does it need?
Good is good.
A skull?
Despite the circumstances.
Scalp?
Scalp. Damn.
Yep.
We'll
Sometimes water to keep it clean.
My scapula!
What?
It's from Jimmy Neutron.
It sounds familiar.
Carl and his dad. They would always like get their back thrown out and then go like, my scapula!
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I still don't know what a scapula is.
Look it up.
I'm lazy.
We have the internet.
Yeah, but it's on my phone and my phone is not in my hand and my vape is. So I'm just gonna puff
Your
puff.
phone is literally, you could drop your hand and be like, hey, look where it's your right hand.
Toby, how can I drop my hand if it's already dropped?
Let me rephrase. Drop it up to your side. Is that better?
Battery should fit the radio.
Your other hand, you douche nozzle.
Thanks.
I hate you.
For the people that obviously couldn't see because we don't have a webcam, I dropped my left hand on my left side, and they said your other side, and then or your other hand, and I dropped my right hand on my left side. My phone's on my right side for context.
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
They probably don't understand this.
Go
Douchebag.
ahead.
Draw the diagram, Toby. What? It's not up there. Like I told you to flip the radio over like you didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah, she's really stupid.
Yeah.
So are you, because you don't remember what to do.
Fuck.
Can figure
Wait.
it out.
The batteries are in backward.
Oh!
Let me have a look at that thing.
Go ahead.
I didn't catch that. I was too busy, like... I didn't realize that the 2 batteries were already in there.
I don't think they normally are. They might need 2 more or something, I forget.
I don't know, it looks like...
I mean, they're already in there. I thought you had to find them, or did you give them to her?
Yeah, you find them and then you give them
I was
to
asking
her,
if you already gave them to her, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah, I already gave them to her.
Oh, well then that's why.
Flippity dippity.
The volume's off.
You
Hang on.
fixed it.
It should be off based on that volume slider, but you know.
Nah, we'll just live with it.
The WABE.
Warning against
The station is okay.
bringing everyone. It is very early in the morning.
Steve.
Thank you.
White Africans bring Ethiopians.
Why absolutely bring Evan?
The fact mine made no sense. That's why it makes me laugh. Next time on corn dogs on the floor, now that I've probably said a very racist term.
Doug!
Want to go have a look around outside?
Next time on corn dogs on the floor.
Bye guys, love you.
Corn dogs on the floor.